This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, coming back to our discussion on how the future of call center service is looking like. Okay, one article was published in Grandview Research which says global call center market in next 5 years will be about $50 billion. There was another study done by Aberdeen.com says that only 36 of the call centers are currently on the cloud. And these two stats are actually before the corona affected the business world. So after COVID-19, more industries are going to increase their cloud usage and the call center dependencies to the cloud services are now inevitable. So what are the direct benefit companies get from call center as a service model? You can set up work from home call center, which is nowadays a very popular term. People are moving more towards working from home. NASDAQ listed BPO and analytics firm called EXL Services, which has about 70% of Indian employees, expect some of its staffers to work from home on a long-term basis. Insurance aggregators, policybazaar.com, and their job is to sell policy online, also sees a similar trend. In a statement with the media, CEO Sarbarbir Singh says the current situation has paved the way for a paradigm shift. It will allow us to distribute workforce across the country. You may have all heard TCS news. In TCS new model of working, each employee would only spend 25% of their office working time in office premises. So work from home will help a large portion of the workforces to save their commute time. We can see some surveys presented on the slide. Okay. In India, which is the third rank among all the countries spending their time to commute, an average time spent per day for reaching office and back from office is 1 hour 30 minutes. Now this stat is for all the cities within a country. So the major cities, so if I'm talking about India, major cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, surely has an average time of approximate 2 hours commutation per person. A work from home culture can add some 44 hours to an individual's life per month. Another major benefits, now companies can hire the skills from anywhere in the world. They are no more dependent on geolocations. Some of the well-known companies that are already doing and they are successful in this are WordPress or Automatic, the company behind WordPress, remains completely distributed. The team member hails from nearly every continent and 36 countries around the world. A popular CRM company, Basecamp, known for its productivity and exponential growth, spread across 26 different cities around the world. GitHub is a community where developers can easily discover, reuse, and contribute to over 24 million projects using an industry standard workflow. Has actually 60% of the workforce working from outside. Okay, being globally distributed means companies are claiming to be active 24/7 without any additional operation cost. Most of these businesses model work on the payment for the work done, making them highly productive and result oriented. They claim themselves as environmental friendly, thus getting free PR and getting employees loyalty. Now, how can we leave the discussion of the cost factor while talking about any business model? Imagine the office or a call center or a BPO that does not need to pay for the office space. You can imagine the rent of the office space in the center of your own city, how much office space needs to be paid. Office supplies, which include stationery and snacks, table, chair, workstation, or office crucibles, they have high maintenance cost. The costs are still associated with IT, especially servers, server rooms, server racks, network devices, laptops, and computers, and obviously their accessories. In countries like India, UAE, and African countries, cost that is associated with electricity is very high due to continuous AC usage. Now, money spent on the security and security devices to run these offices are also very high. The cumulative expenses for these verticals are a big cost to any business. Saving these monies can help the company to stand again after the current lockdown or recover faster in any future recession. One of our popular CCaaS or call center as a service platform is known as astDial. We have made many new clients during the current pandemic situation. Now we are going to talk about the product that we offer as CCaaS. astDial, it has two main components. It has a web-based CRM which is stored in the cloud. The second is the Android app that is used by the agent. The team leads or the manager upload the list to the CRM and which it goes to the cloud. The cloud send these data to the Android app, and the Android app, which is being used by the agents, now can dial the call using the mobile devices to the customer. Now after each call, the app needs to be updated for its input on the call, or we commonly call it as the disposition. These dispositions again goes to the server and create required reports. So the CRM, which is used by the TL or the managers, has the complete data and reports on the call statuses and agent performance. On the regular demand of the requirement, which such as call voice recording and number masking, we have to introduce the upgraded version of our own software, which is now astDial Plus. The front end and the functionality remains same as the astDial, but when an agent click the dial button from an Android app, the Android app does not dial. The call goes from the server. There are two calls that lands. One goes to the mobile phone, which is used by the agent. As soon as the agent picks that call, second call goes from the server to the customer. And both calls are made as a conference call. So now server can make the recording and server maintains all the data. Some important feature for which we have to move to the server dialing are one, number masking. With astDial Plus, the server is now dialing to the customer. This means all the customer will see the number dialed by the server. Even hundreds or more agents are dialing from their mobile phone, but the calls are going out with a single number. The agent numbers are not displayed to the customer. Similarly, the agent now do not need to receive the customer phone number on their mobile phone. The small information on a customer will be sufficient for them to make the call. Hence, the customer number is also masked from the agents. This is very commonly used requirement in banking, real estate, and credit card industries. Let us discuss some real installations done by us to understand the product in detail. We have provided the solution for multiple insurance agencies. During the entire lockdown, this industry was very active, or one of the industry which was active. In their line of business, they need to approach their customer each day. They need to remind the client to pay every day. Hence, we offer them a recycle option within the CRM. Approach to every category of customer has to be different. Hence, we offer different campaigns for the first time calls, reminding calls, payment collection, and campaign based on different type of insurances. With some modifications on their upload files, the agents now seeing information like name, phone number of their client, their car or vehicle type, manufacturing years, last insurance details, and the due date of their insurance on the phone itself before making the call to the customer. The education institutes also were active as the academic season is about to start. They are looking for the candidates and bringing the admissions to the candidates' doorsteps. Now, managing the entries, the entire database in Excel files was very difficult for them. They were missing the important callbacks. With our solution, we gave them the best way to manage their calls and their data. Now with astDial Plus, we were dialing with the server. It sends the server number to the customer. Some of the astTECS clients who have already purchased the astTECS servers wanted their PRN number to be used for dialing the calls. For this, we have connected the cloud server with their premise server. When the app wants the server to dial the call, the cloud server sends the request to their on-premise server, and ultimately the call goes out from their premise server. The call goes both to the agent and to the customer using the premise server. That is why the call number that is displayed to the customer is their own PRI number. So these were the some of application we have created based on our call center as a service model. We are open for accepting any questions. Not moving.
The slides are not.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that this thing can it be like locally hosted in one's country? Like I have it in my country, and I build a cloud in my country to save people in my country, or it's only you have to do it with specific country.
Okay. Your question is that you want to host the entire system to your own country. Is
Yes,
it? But
yes.
it is in that is not required, isn't it? That solution on the cloud means it can be in any country, and you all you need is an internet access to make the calling.
Yeah, I'm running away from like routing the code to India, then back to Malawi, like that. So that should only be only local traffic within Malawi. Everything is done in like in my country.
Okay, so what we'll do is I think we need to understand your requirement more in detail. I would request you to actually send me or maybe write your email ID over here. We'll understand your requirement and surely we'll figure out a way to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So just give us your email ID in the comment chat session, or you can approach us directly as well.
Yeah, I always talk to Binish, so
Okay. So you are already in touch with Binish.
yeah.
Okay. So is there any other questions or posted? Let me go through the chat.
No, that's fine for me.
Yeah. I understand the comments here where people couldn't able to see the rest of the slides, or for whatever reason slide didn't move. I think we will upload the complete presentation to our website, and the link will be shared.
Just try once again. Just try once again if the slide is moving. That we can just show the slides one by one and then send it. It's only 4:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Is it better? Is it moving now?
can anyone confirm whether it's moving for them?
You tell slide
Oh,
number
working.
Is it working now?
Yeah.
Okay. So this was the slide, I think, where we were talking about the benefits. The number one benefit we took is work from home. We also talk about hiring the team from remote location and companies that are successfully doing it, and what are the benefits they are getting when they are working from home. We talk about the zero investment call center setup. That means setting up a call center where you need not to pay for any infrastructure.
slide is moved. Check if the slide is moved.
Okay, so we actually talk about offices running without office supplies, office location itself, and team needs to come to office. And then we took people on our product. First was the basic astDial, where the calls are made from the mobile phone. The SIM that card here that agents will be using, the call will go out from that. This is the first level of solution where the company can start immediately. Means we take maximum 1 hour to set up this kind of call center. We also talk about a specific solution design for a primary requirement of call recording, where the calls were dialed from a hosted server or hosted PRI. Here, we offer a couple of benefits. One of them is number masking. In both cases, that is, when the customer receives the call, he doesn't see the agent's number. And similarly, when the agent has to dial a customer from his mobile phone, he doesn't see the customer number. Popularly used in industries like banking, real estate, and credit card. We talk about insurance companies where we have deployed, where we have actually modified how the data can be displayed over the app. By the combination of some data, we are offering more information in the limited space of the app. Same before dialing to the customer, the app is showing the details about.
Slides again. I'm asking you each time this. I'm going to the next slide. Can you see the next slide? That is what I'm telling you. If they cannot see the next, if they confirm next slide, then otherwise how will they know you have already moved to the next slide?
So, can anyone confirm they are on insurance renewal slide right now? We have moved to insurance slide.
Yes.
Actual slide maybe once you made it small, it would
Uh,
have moved.
Prateek, Prateek, slide is moving. You can go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, now I am at admission management slide, where we were saying that we have provided to many education institutes. They find candidates and they are bringing the admission now to their doorsteps. they collect their requirement and they connect it with the right courses. So how they were struggling with the huge Excel files data, they couldn't keep a small tab of which person has been called, which person needs to be follow up today. These things we have made very easy for them by organizing the data. Then very importantly, we bring out a special case where a customer wanted to do the dialing from their existing astTECS server. So they were using a setup, but because of a lockdown, because of the lockdown in India, they couldn't able to use their system. Now their requirement was when a call goes to their customer, they should see the same number. So what we have end up,
Contact.
I'm sorry. Does everyone want to say anything?
You do escape, and then only I can.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead, Prateek. And anybody wanted to have any discussion, please put their comment in the comment box so that we can address later.
Yeah.
Please go ahead, Prateek.
Okay. Okay. So we were talking about yeah, so making the call center or call center as a cloud running with their existing server. So when the app wants to dial a customer, it triggers the cloud and cloud sends the notification to the premise server. And the premise server in turn makes the call to both customer and the agent mobile phone number. This way, the customer sees always the number which was earlier used by the company. I think with this, we are open to take the questions. I think I'll go by the comments if someone has already posted the question.
We don't need dedicated VPN.
I am reading a question posted by Mr. Shijoy. He's asking that for CES functioning, whether we need a dedicated VPN or normal internet connection. To which answer is definitely you can work it using the normal internet connection. Number one, when you are using basic astDial, most of our users are using their mobile internet connection to upload the data. Also for the premise-based services, I think broadband will be sufficient to use it.
It offers a higher security if you have VPN.
But if you are using VPN, it adds to your security when you are with astDial Plus services. Okay, I am again reading a question posted by Mr. Rajnikant Kale. Does calling number displays to agent?
VPN is only for VCI part. astDial plus roaming.
Okay, to which my answer is we have explained two different kind of products, astDial and astDial Plus. In case of astDial, the number displaying to the customer belongs in astDial Plus, the number is from the server. Whereas in astDial, the number goes out from the agent. Okay, so as that also when the agents are using their mobile phone, they will see the customer number when the agent is dialing. Whereas if the agent is using SDAL plus, we can mask these customer number as well. Mr. Charles is asking PPT will be available after session. To yes, I think Binish has already answered. Yes, we will upload it to our website from which it can be downloaded. And obviously, you can reach us at info@astTECS for any more queries in this regards. Mr. Nakil is asking about what about Jammu and Kashmir where the internet speed is only 2G? Will it work there? So, to which I have to say that astDial will properly work in your area because the call is not going out from the internet. It uses your basic SIM dialing. So, if you can dial from your mobile phone to another person, I think astDial works well in your area as well. Any other query you would like to post here? Then, when others are trying to think of a question, if anyone would like to test the product, they can simply go to the Google Play Store, download our app, astDial, astDial, use the organization as demo astDial. For username, you can use the number as 9999088880. And for password, you can use 123123. This will show you the list of campaigns available. As soon as you select a campaign, you'll get the first contact person name and phone number displayed on your screen. This is how your agent will experience. Mrs. Shekhar wants to know the app name again. So it's astDial. It's type on the common chat is astDial. Okay, so I will type again. You have to download astDial. Complete steps. It will ask you an organization name. It would be demo astDial. Make sure there is no capital letter, no space. And username as 999908880. Password as 123 123. Thank you, Amulya. And you can actually experience how this app look like. We have uploaded some dummy number. All the number belongs to our office office numbers, so that even if you end up dialing, someone will greet you from here. Do not hesitate to make a call. If you are from outside India, you can simply see the call going out and you can disconnect it, and this will be considered as a call made by the application. And as soon as you finish your call, the next button will be Dispo. On clicking the dispo, you can see two categories of disposition. For not connected, there will be some inputs, and there would be inputs for connected. These dispositions can be modified according to your business. And once you select these disposition, you'll get the second number. So the entire exercise for the agent would be to dial a number and to dispose the number. He'll get second number to dial and to dispose. The same activity can be automated as well. The team lead and manager are in complete charge of controlling these kind of dialing. If you are facing any difficulty, you can always ping here. They want to Okay, Mr. Shekhar has a question here that customers cloud be configured for having this feature. So this means I think you are looking for a complete buyout. So yeah, this we can discuss about it depending on the what kind of requirement the client has. We can discuss about one-time calls for the customer. We need to know whether he is going to look for the support in future or not. I think we need more interaction for these kind of answer. But yes, it's definitely doable. Okay, so Vijay Kumar has a question here. Is there a call bars and whisper option in astDial? Mr. Vijay, astDial, if we'll talk about, there is no call barding option. I think you have to upgrade for the option. One astDial Plus, soon it will be out for you. Or we also have VC dial over cloud. So we call it cloud-based call center, VC dial over cloud services. So if you are looking for services or feature of that extent, we can offer you VC dial over on cloud and you can use these features. Okay, so I can see the real-time screen of our SDial, and I can see that few of you actually have tried to log in and see how the system shows in the app, Android app. For those who couldn't able to do it, you can anytime approach any of our team member in astTECS you are in touch with, and they will surely help you. They'll actually take the access of your phone, or we can also give you the step-by-step procedure to do the same. Maybe we'll wait for another 10 minutes for any questions, and we'll wrap up for this session. Okay, so Mr. Mohammed has two more questions. You're welcome. You want to get location of respondent. Okay, very well. And what would be your next question, sir? Okay, sir. So, if you want to know the location, somewhere the person has to provide the location. This means app should have those kind of functions which ask for the location, or permission which ask for the location. Currently, yeah, currently the app is only used by the agent where the respondent receives the call. So there is no way that we can capture the location by dialing to a respondent.
We have in Germany again. Then we have in Germany and in Europe. But
Sir, we have multiple data centers to give it a crowd look like. Our data centers are spreads within Europe, US, and India.
we need it in any country because there is a regulatory specification we can discuss it.
If your business required the data center for in a particular location for no for any government regulation, yes, we can offer you the similar services. Okay, Mr. Mohammed has one interesting question here is what about application like CRM, ERP, fleet management, integration API? So, sir, when I was explaining the AP, the astDial, we said that the backend or the platform used by admins and TLs is the CRM. Now that is our edge above all our competitor, that we are using a CRM to manage all the data. Now the CRM works on an open API concept. This means we do not have any problem either in sharing our API or accepting the API from any third party system. This CRM itself has the modules which can give flexibility of creating tickets, managing codes, managing products of the companies. If required, it can directly integrate with the ERP or fleet management services as well. So yes, we do have open API that can be integrated with any third-party system. Okay, I have a question by Abdul. Can I load lead data for multiple agents in one shot? How it works via CSV or other mechanism? Definitely, yes, sir. You can upload the data for multiple agents in one shot. So you will be provided proper training to manage the CRM. Okay, we definitely use CSV files to upload the data, and as per the capacity of the server, you can upload the data in that, and later on, once the data is uploaded, you can filter it and assign it to the agents wherever you want. So the complete training generally we provide with the delivery of the system.
You have some unlimited packages, things like that.
Okay, Mr. Jamil has cautioned that the calling charges is as per the local calling portal, or we have packages for it. Okay, so for some countries we have created unlimited packages where the calling can be made for the price what they are paying itself. And for for some countries where we do not have these packages, they can still use in local calling portal. So the charges won't be additional. It is we will go with the charges what they are already paying. Mr. Sahil has a question that what would be the maximum number of agents and the costings. So being the cloud services, I think it's completely scalable. You decide or let your client decide that how many number of agents they want. The costings, okay, obviously let us discuss it with who is your sales manager. We'll discuss with him, and maybe we will love to propose you a formal quotation depending upon the number of users we require. But what we recommend our client is that being it a cloud service, you need not to get the agent now for something that you are looking in future. You start small and keep paying for the agent as you add. So that is why the first slide talks about pay as the usage. The services that you use, you pay for that. Okay, while others are typing, I would like to come back to the CRM part that we were discussing. So there are some upcoming development which is already been planned in house, that how this astDial and astDial plus backend will look like. So we are already talking about the scenarios where an agent is talking to the customer and customer shows the interest. So when the customer become interested, the system itself can create a ticket. A ticket can be assigned further to the sales team, and the company can monitor what happened when out of their callings few people become interested. So the entire activity is planned, and soon these kind of solution will be out. So that is how we are talking about the benefit of having CRM as the backend.
Number of agents, not price.
Okay, Mr. Jamil has one more question. Is there a way to load audio or pick to ask response about it? But I need to understand where you are planning to upload this audio or pic from. Your customer needs to do that, or your agents are going to do it? Uh, Online links by email. So are you planning about some kind of message blasting or voice blasting? Okay, so definitely we can offer you the voice blasting solution, but I think we have to go or talk about astDial Plus here. A server needs to be involved, so it cannot be done from the basic astDial version. When we talk about ad messaging, I think we are talking about text messages. So again, the backend being the CRM can be integrated easily with any SMS gateway. And if that is required, yes, a lot of our customers are already using this feature where they would like to send some kind of information or notification to the customer based on the disposition selected by the agent. For example, if the customer wants to have a callback, these people, they just keep the disposition as callback. Customer gets the notification that thanks for today's time and we will get back to you soon. So that is already happening. Some of the notification portal that we have successfully implemented so far is SMS, WhatsApp, email, and voice calls.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, sorry, I have a question, please.
Yeah, can you please type it so that everyone can see it?
Sorry?
Can you please type your question so that everyone can see?
Okay, perfect. Okay, no worry.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
So Mr. Sahil are asking, is the calling get recorded for admin to check whether agent working properly? So to answer this, yes, yes, the call is getting recorded with our SDL Plus option, and we record it from the server side, and that is the main reason it was designed. Mr. Jamil wants us to send him the costing details. Surely, Mr. Jamil, I think maybe after today's session, today itself, before the end of day, we'll be able to send the details on the pricing. Hello, Mr. Adonis. Mr. Adonis has a question. We do have analog line on Office and would like to integrate your solution via Zoho CRM. How can you help us? Uh, okay, sir, I think we would like to know the scenario in detail, because talking discrete, yes, we can integrate our solution with the Zoho CRM, but it sounds very complicated for the user like you. You have Zoho CRM, then you have our portal, which again is a CRM, and then you have Android application. So what you want to do with the analog line and what you want to do with the CRM, we need to understand that. So I recommend that let us get in touch and then understand your scenario and requirement. But the answer, if I have to answer it, yes, it is doable.
Hello? Sir.
अच्छा हम्म हम्म
Okay, okay, people from Savacom would like to ask that is the subscription a one-time cost? Since it is
आपका
cloud-based, I think the statement is a little contradictory that it is subscription and yeah, you will pay for subscription each month. So I didn't understand that what you would like to ask, but yeah, we do not change the cost every time. So whatever the subscription cost is decided, as long as there is no change in the government laws, tax, you pay the same cost again and again. I hope I have understood your question clearly and able to answer it. Mr. Jamil has a question
हम्म
that you want to add for that, Ines. I tried to analog, but clearing miss. So I put digital convert and it worked. Okay, so it's a good input, but again, as I said, that this was we can only understand or we can only provide the requirement once we understand it properly. So I think this is not the right forum to discuss a particular scenario. We will surely get in touch with you and discuss it more.
हम्म ठीक हम्म हम्म
Okay, sir. Hello, sir. Hi, this is David here. Sir, don't worry about the complicity.
हम्म हम्म
Thank you, Mr. Adonis. I will get in touch with Preetham and then maybe we'll try to approach you.
हम्म 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 हम्म
Anyone else having any doubt, slightest confusion? We will love to hear from you. We love to answer.
कौन हम्म
Or if you have a suggestion how what more we can bring to improve our product, we are we are open to know more about that as well. Okay, Mr. Abdul wants to
और पहुंच जाती
see
है ना
slide 8, 9, and 10 again, which I think we can surely show him again.
बड़े कौन ते नाले दसना भी नहीं चाहते ना मैंने पढ़ना नहीं आता
Don't go to slideshow. You try because I think Sanjay's slideshow necessary.
ਉਹਦੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਲਿਖਾਈ ਕੋਈ
Okay, can you see our slides now?
चलाएंगे
And please don't worry, we can always send you the presentation again.
तेरे से हो सकते हैं
Okay, so the slide that you are looking right now talks about our first system astDial. As you can see, stage one, a team lead uploads the data to the cloud. That this data
दवा रन
includes
कर लेते हैं
whom the agents are going to
सारे
dial.
प्रोजेक्ट में दाग लगे पे ना
Stage two is
तुम्हारा
where
मांग से कर
cloud
लो
instruct or cloud talks with the Android app on the agent's mobile phone
फिर आज जब मीटिंग
and
बुलानी है बोर्ड
recommends the number which needs to be dialed. And step three, the Android app actually triggers it from the Android phone, and Android phones dial to the customer. And once the call is over, the inputs about that call, we call it disposition, again uploaded back to the cloud. So this is what astDial slide is all about.
जब शाम की बोर्ड मीटिंग में पास करते हैं
I'll move to next slide, astDial Plus. Is this visible to you, Mr. Abdul? Perfect. So second slide is the upgraded version we talk about, which is astDial Plus. What we said here is it is similar or it is almost same product like astDial, but the call does not go out from the mobile phone. See, when we were selling astDial, a pure astDial product, and the call was going out from the mobile phone, there were limitation like voice file recording was not possible to it. Number masking was not available. But with astDial Plus, we try to fix those issues. So astDial Plus does not dial from the Android phone, it dials from the server. And because it is dialing from the server, we have more control over it. We call both agent and customer, and we use these two calls into a conference call. So now we can record it. The server has the phone number of both customer and agent. So we know which call to be dialed, and we can mask the number. So that when an agent receives the call or information about the customer, we can mask the number of the customer. Still, agent can decide to dial it. And when the customer receives the call, he does not receive agent phone number. He receives the phone number which is dialed by the server. I think Mr. Abdul has made it very clear in one line that astDial dials from the mobile phone, where the astDial Plus dials from the cloud server. I think even I cannot make that simple. Thank you very much. I believe you want to look at the next slide, which actually talks about our benefits, the number masking and number masking is the feature that we are talking about. Okay, I think Mr. Rajnikant, there's a question. If someone don't want number masking, then can it be done? Yeah, I think number masking is an additional feature. So if the client doesn't want number masking, yes, he can go ahead with that. It's an additional feature which can be delivered on demand, on requirement. And maybe I think I have made a mistake. I forgot to include one of important slide is the encryption. Lot of banking process thus required encryption of the data of the voice file. So we do provide that solution as well. So these are the options, or these are the features which are optional. And if the customer wants, we'll give them. But if it is not that, but the solution comes with that. Obviously, if any of these solution is not required by the client, they can go ahead without it. I'll move to next question posted by Mr. Pranav Kaul. Are brands like Zomato, Swiggy using similar solution like astDial Plus for call between riders and consumers? Well, of course, yes. I'll say it's a similar solution. We can tell. So that is what they are also doing. The notification, and not in fact Swiggy and Zomato. I think if you talk about the popular cabs app like Ola and Uber, I think in fact nowadays Amazon and Flipkart also using the similar services. So the agent or the salesperson or the delivery boy never calls the customer directly. Everything is routed from their server. So yes, they are using similar services. Okay, I think if there is no more question, we would like to wrap up our session here. It was a very interactive session, and thanks for all the question that has come up. Okay, Mr. Mansukh says that in cab services, how cab driver knows about the customer to dial if required. Just give me a second. Sir, Mansukh sir, my question is, what do you want to know that? Okay, perfect. So I think this is the case in what we are doing also. So when we are masking, there is a unique ID associated with every customer when the information comes. So I can see that as a cab driver that I have to dial Mr. Mansukh. So your name can be your unique ID, your email ID can be your unique ID, or your customer ID can be your unique ID. So based on that, I send an indication that okay, I have to dial this unique ID, and whatever phone number is associated with that unique ID is dialed by the server. That's how it works. Okay, Mr. Harish, can astDial Plus be used for incoming call?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, astDial is primarily designed for outgoing call, but when you are using an app which is connected with the server hosting, definitely it can accept incoming call as well. If you want to run a primarily a call center for managing incoming call, I will recommend that we should talk about VC dial on cloud, because that can give you more feature like IVR, which is required for an incoming call center. Okay, people from Savacom talking about masking, can the agent see the customer number, but the customer can see that the agent
Can't see this. Yeah. See, this is again inbound or outbound?
Okay, I think, sir, what you want to know is that if the agent is dialing out, he should be able to see the customer number. But when customer receives the call, the number should be the server number. If this is your question, it is definitely a yes. Because as I was explaining earlier, this is the optional thing that we were bringing in when there is a requirement for it. Okay, anyone planning to type anything, they can also indicate that, so that we don't want to disconnect the session and then leave anyone unanswered. If you do not have a question now, but you think it can come later on, as I said, info@astTECS.com would be our email ID. If you have already downloaded our astDial app, you can see my number over there when you log out. You can visit our website, you can find our phone numbers, email IDs, contact forms to reach us, and we surely will address your requirement, your concern in more details. Okay? Fine, everyone. I would like to take the leave now. Okay? It was a very interactive session. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the questions that you have posted. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was for last 55 years. Now this